many developers usually come to me having projects that they worked on for many months, sometimes years, and they're looking for investors. But actually, what is quite regular, striking, is that only few of them will actually ever will have the chance to ever meet and actually close a deal with an investor. And it's a very frustrating thing. So it boils down to the question, so how come only few are able to reach out to those investors and conclude something, and the large majority just cannot go through? I'm sure you heard about the term investor readiness, right? That's something that comes on a regular basis, especially if you actually develop a project. I want to look at that today and talk to you about what it means actually and how you can actually work towards it. Because with the New York Climate Week kicking off actually today, is a perfect time for me to explore how developers can prepare themselves to attract investment in a climate conscious market. Are you okay with that? Okay, guys, let's have a go. Hello again. How are you doing? So, if you don't know me, my name is Tony Tio. I am the founder and CEO of Renewables in Africa. What we do is very simple. Every day, we're raising awareness about renewables energy in Africa, but also across the globe. So, if you're a project developer, if you're an EPC company, if you're an investor, or you're supplier, say, hey, Africa is a market I really like to deploy myself into. That's the great news. But I know you're going to come across two key issues, which is number one, how can I actually reduce the cost of business development? And number two, how can I fast track access to client? The great news is I can help for both. What we've done with the company and the team is to develop obviously awareness packages, give you three distinctive things. The first thing, give you the desperate visibility that you need. But visibility to who? To the people that matter the most to you, the people that buy your product, but also your services. That's what we give you visibility to. And guess what? When you have more visibility to these guys, guess what? You're going to have more qualified leads. With the qualified leads, this is how you can achieve the sale. As simple as that. I want to take some time, 15 minutes, and I want to show you what I have done for other people and show you how and why it would benefit your business. And after that, you simply can say, yes, what Tony said makes sense for me. I want to work with him and do achieve the same kind of result. Obviously, people his client has been able to achieve, or I don't want to look at that. That's actually fair enough, right? Excellent. So that's what I wanted to say. Now, let me just bring you back a little bit to the topic that we have today. I can say the New York Climate Week is starting, and last week already, I was talking about this this forum and say that we definitely need to revisit the Bretton Woods rules, right? If you haven't seen this video, definitely make sure that you check that as well in the video that we're publishing. So talking about investor rating, let me just first of all paint a little bit of picture. At the moment, if you don't know, so we're working with a number of developers come to us because they know that with the network that we've built, so we have access to a number of partners for them and also potential investors. So at the moment, for example, I can mention three projects. There are more projects we're working on, but there's three projects. There's number one, a project that I think about above 100 megawatts, yeah, and they're looking for an investor. They obviously in GRC Congo, so they let's say pretty well advanced, and they're looking for an investor, and we're working on it for a few months. There's a second project, so in Sierra Leone, like I say, it's a mid stage, so we get in there, but obviously it's not fully ready just yet. But a lot of work has been done already by the developer. And we're talking about something like around the 30 megawatt. Another one, a third project, which is a combination of smaller projects scattered around the country, and then it's in Guinea-Bissau. All of those three guys looking for investors, and guess what? Not as a surprise, the person or the project that seems to have attracted most interest is the one in DRC. I know some of you will say, Tony, it's kind of obvious because you see already that it was a large site, 100 megawatt plus. Yeah, people always be interested by that. You're right, but that's not the only reason. So the other reason is that that project as well, it's compared to the other much more advanced stage, right? And also the way they build and set up the project makes it easier for investor to engage, right? And obviously the second one is the one in Sierra Leone, and the one in Guinea-Bissau. Although there's definitely some attraction there, they struggle a little bit. Yes, there's other factors that come into play, but what I can say just to make it simple, it's because the project which has a better preparation, let's say more ready for investor will tend to attract a lot more attention. And that's what you see over and over again. That brings down to the question, as I say to you, investor readiness, it's important. But why is it more important than ever, in a climate conscious market? Because like I say, we are clearly starting the New York climate week. Yeah, but why is it more important than ever? So if we pay attention, so what we know is actually the International Energy Agency, the IEA, you all will know what it is right now. I think they report that the investment in renewables energy, it needs about 4 trillion annually, you know, by 2030 for us to get a chance to meet those climate targets. So it means developers, they must be prepared to showcase how their project align with these targets and demonstrate their potential for impact. Yeah. If you want to capture, like say, a climate conscious market of investors, you need to show how your project align with the target that these people are looking to meet and demonstrate the potential for impact. If you're not showcasing that well enough, in your project, guess what? They won't pay attention. It's not enough just say, oh, it's a solar, it's a wind, but much more than that. Because guess what? There are many other people other than you, that actually have similar project. Why would you be different? Why would they come to you? Why, for example, say, hey, I want to leave that project in the DRC to go to Sierra Leone, to Guinea-Bissau, I don't know, to Chad, to Colombia, so and so. Why? So show your alignment. Furthermore, we also have a report, from the United Nations. So for the United Nations Environment Program, which is the UNEP, as you know, they emphasize that annual investment in sustainable development it must reach between 5 to 7 trillion. So those are astronomical, amount of money. Yeah, we know that. So but what I want to show here is for developers, this really for me underscore the critical need to position themselves effectively to attract these essential funds. So ask yourself the question: so how well of a job are you doing that? You can see understand why I always talk about visibility, visibility, visibility. Because guess what? There's many projects competing for those funds. But if you are not showcasing yourself, promoting yourself, put yourself in front of those investor who are your target audience, guess what? You'll be inexistent for them. And you will struggle to get that same money. Yes, as simple as that to be visible. I always comes down to that. Important to have a good investment readiness in this climate conscious market. So the second thing I want to talk about, I would say, so one of the first steps as well towards investor readiness is for you to set up clear and measurable sustainability goals. Because when I say that you need to align with the target that this guy looking for, but it needs to be clear and measurable. Don't just say, oh, we're meeting SDG 7, SDG 8, 9. So yeah, demonstrate that. It has to be clear and measurable. Just as you have Olympic athletes that will have specific targets, developers, in renewables energy, you should establish precise objectives for the project, such as, for example, reducing carbon emissions by a certain percentage or achieving specific energy efficiency benchmark. Just a couple of examples, but you can think of many other targets that you can measure and say, hey, this is how we are actually meeting the SDG. Yeah. And this goal not only provide the direction, but also make it easier for investors to see tangible benefit of supporting the project. So, and it makes it easier for them to make an investment decision. 'Cause a lot of these investors, they can say, do have investment goals. So that means they need to present your project in front of a set number of people where they showcase what are the benefits, how it meets the SDGs, and why the investment board should decide to go with you. Bear that in mind. Make it easier for them. For example, a developer can aim to say, hey, we are achieving here 30% reduction in energy consumption. And this can be a compelling selling point to potential investors who prioritize sustainability. Yeah. So that's the second point I wanted to make you understand. So have clear and measurable goals. Very, very important. So the third thing I would say here is for you to develop a comprehensive business plan. Yeah, it is crucial. Yeah, you want to develop a comprehensive business plan one that will outline how you will achieve your sustainability target. Because you can say, okay, are we just going to build a solar farm? It's going to reduce by 30%. Yeah, but how are you going to do it? How are you going to go about building this project? So, who do you have working in your team? Where are you going to do it? Who are the different partners? So, how are you putting together a comprehensive plan and a credible plan for you to do it? If you can't showcase that, guess what? You're just not going to be credible enough. Yeah. And that plan will include financial projection, risk assessment. Many people forget about risk assessment because I tell you what, most of the time, no matter how I would say conservative we believe our projections are, chances are we're still looking at that from an optimistic perspective. So having proper risk assessment, say, well, hey, listen, this is what you're going to be investing into. If it doesn't work according to my plan, this is X and Y and Z that I'm planning to do. They like to see that. And you have also a clear strategy for implementation. Because investment, what they see investors, it's that you've done your homework. As simple as that. Yeah. You want to highlight the potential return on investment coupled with a solid risk management plan that can significantly, like I say, enhance your credibility. For example, what you want to do is incorporating data or market demand for green technology that can demonstrate the financial viability of your project. I tell you another thing. Probably you would have heard me talking about the Lens for Good project that we did, right? Because remember we did that partnership with this platform, Australian platform, to raise growth capital for impact companies that are looking to raise some money. So those are impact loans that we providing to companies, not we, I would say, but obviously working together with the platform. And one of the company we've been supporting recently is AO Motors. So if you remember that they're designing electric bike that they're selling to customers in Benin. And they did a presentation when we were launching actually the loan. What was brilliant, it was actually so they spent a good couple of slides talking about, okay, here is how we're gonna mitigate risk. So if things don't go according to plan, this is what we're gonna do, this is what we're gonna do, and this is what we're gonna do. I can tell you that a number of people noticed that. Yeah. And you were able to raise some money. Okay, they didn't reach the full target. That's another point, but still they raised money, right? Because every time you're able to raise money, it means that you were able to successfully convince somebody to part away with this money to give it to you to your project. That's for me already is an achievement. Yeah. So whether or not you raise all the money that you need, it's another question, right? So it can also come down to the fact that maybe did you overestimate or underestimate what you needed? Yeah, that's another question. But still, getting at least one, two people partnering with money, yeah. So it showcases, how ready or not you are. So that's what I want to do. You want to do your homework. So yeah, that's what I would say. So I would say that was my third point that I wanted to talk about. So after setting up a clear goal and a comprehensive business plan that you want to do, and also the fact that, as I say, in climate conscious, so you need to raise some visibility. So I'm just going to continue and say, so the fourth point here that I want to develop with you, it's that you need to engage with the climate finance community if this is your interest, right? Because there are many, many investors out there. You need to decide which one appeal to you, which one you want to talk to, right? And depending who you want to talk to, you need to embrace the language that they understand. Yeah. So if you say that I want to tap into climate finance community, let's say for example you're traveling to New York, because and can I guess what? So I was talking to a friend of mine because in New York it's well known as well for impact investors. So and they were saying that you want to tap into the heart of it in the US at least. So you want to go to New York. There's a lot of people like that, and a lot of these guys they already convinced about the purpose of doing impact investment. Many of them less so about investing into Africa because they take investment in Africa, impact investment are two separate things. So obviously you need to merge them together if you have a project coming from a continent and you want to tap into this source of investment. So, but nevertheless, you need to engage. So that means maybe you want to travel there if you're not there already, yeah, or make sure that they know you, yeah. It could be, for example, engaging with us, obviously, making sure that we'll make sure that they actually watch this video. So as I say, you would attend events like New York Climate Week, networking with industry leaders, participate in relevant discussions, you know, building relationship that can lead to valuable partnership and insight that would enhance your project appeal to investors. Yeah. And additionally to that, you probably want to consider joining platform and network focused on sustainability and climate finance, because these connections can open doors to funding opportunities and provide guidance on best practice in project development. So that's what I would say. And the last point here, the fifth point, it's communicating your value proposition. Yeah. Communicating a compelling value proposition is essential. Clearly articulate how your project contributes to sustainability goal, enhance community resilience, and deliver financial result. Investors want to see the broader impact of their investment and be sure that to highlight the social, environmental, economic benefit of your project. And utilizing storytelling technique can be very powerful here. Yeah, to communicate your value proposition. How do you do that? How do you tell a story? How do you excite people that they want to work with you? That's what it's talk here. Share success story cases that illustrate the positive impact of similar project and engage with potential investors emotionally and rationally. So those are a few point that I wanted to put across. And I don't want to be too long. So hopefully you already could get some ideas in here. But I'm just going to end up and say that navigating the path to investment readiness with clear goal setting, you know, comprehensive planning, community engagement, effective communications, and as we embark in this crucial journey toward sustainable future, what I want to do, if you want to expand this topic with me, because I know that in few minutes I just can't do that enough. So I want to invite you to join our upcoming webinar, which is entitled Navigating the Path to Investor Readiness, Key Strategies for Developers on Wednesday. I'm doing that with a company called obviously Numeris. So you want to do specialize in financial modeling and valuation, especially a guy called Ruben Munasomi with his team. So it's on Wednesday, this coming Wednesday. So definitely make sure that you subscribe to that. I'm just going to drop the link. I want to see you there. And this is a great opportunity to deepen your understanding and equip yourself with the tool to attract investment. Yeah. So hopefully it makes sense for you guys. So hopefully you were able to get a lot more understanding of that. So thank you for joining me, and let's continue to drive positive change together. So you enjoy your Sunday. So drop your comments, like the video, share it people as many people as you know, and I make sure that I respond to that. But I definitely will drop the link of this webinar, and I see you a lot of you on Wednesday. Hey, don't miss it. Ruben will be there. I'll be there. So you have Edna as well there, and also Nathan will be there, and many other people. So make sure that you're there. Okay. Take care, guys. Bye bye.